G's, 4 G's, yeah. 4 G's, 4 G's, 4 G's, let's go. 4 G's, 4 G's, 4 G's, look. Full syndication, full elevation, all generations, we already made it. 4 G's, 4 G's, 4 G's, yeah. 4 G's, 4 G's, 4 G's, let's go. 4 G's, 4 G's, 4 G's, look. Full syndication, full elevation, all generations, we already made it. We got Shot, Dot, Malcolm, Chris the King, plus the Doc. You know that's like 4 G's. Sportz Mom. Real world, real problems, real news, real sports. We gon' let you know right here on 4 G's. 4 G's.
All right, here we go. We starting off. We just gonna get right into it. Welcome to another episode of 4G Sports. This one is gonna be called the Podcast Party. And the reason is, as you can see, we have two guests, and they're from the More Than Athlete podcast. We got Crazy, Coach Crazy, and G Reed. What's going on, gentlemen?
What's happening?
What's
going on?
Yes, sir. All right. Before we get into this one,
we good.
Oh, man.
As always, is brought to you by My Cozy Creation and Daphne Cozy. And as always, before we get started, hit the subscribe button. And as Doc always says, hit that bell. All right. So let's go ahead and get the show started. As always, I am the OG.
I am the king with no Wi-Fi.
Hey. Throw me off. Hey, you know what it is. You got the doc. As you can see, PA. Pray for us a little bit. OG, tell him what we got, man.
Oh, man. And I already gave their name, so I'm going to let Coach Crazy and G Reed introduce yourself and then tell us about your podcast, please, sir.
Well, I'm Coach Crazy, the real Coach Crazy, aka Mickey Murray, podcast co-host of the podcast More Than Athletes, mother, father, athlete, coach, teacher, entrepreneur, just a young brother trying to get it out here. That's all.
Oh God.
I wouldn't say young. I wouldn't say young either. Man, I'm G Reed, man. I'm a son. I'm a bonus dad. I'm a teacher. I'm a motivator, and I'm a co-host of More Than Athletes. You feel me? So that's me. That's just a little bit about me.
Okay, Doc.
Are you sure you a son, though, G Reed?
I'm a son.
Are we all sons? Are we all sons?
Oh,
I'm a son. I don't know about you, but I'm a son.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, all right. Hey.
Oh. All right. Go ahead. I'm done. Go ahead.
Before we get into it, I'm going to tell my viewers I got a new section coming for you at the end of the episode. It's called Doc's Trivia Corner. I'm going to ask you all a trivia question. We're going to give you a week to answer it. We're going to, we'll go ahead and get it answered on the very next show. So, let's get into it.
Yes,
What is this weekend? What is this weekend, man? It's the Super Bowl.
Let me start the questions off. Let me start them off.
Uh-oh. You got no script. You don't know what we're doing.
Shut up. So, being that you guys are both in Houston, Texas, and Coach Chris, you played football at my alma mater, Maryville. What's the difference between Texas football and Arizona football?
Ooh. Everything. Everything. The coaching, there's so many athletes. It's just so many people, first of all. And the money that's put into the programs out here is just totally different. When I was at Maryville, I remember, first of all, we played at Maryville High School. You know what I mean? That's just one difference. Here you have $85 million stadiums that they're playing in. Everybody, you know what I mean? So the money that's put into the programs out here it's just totally different. Our high school, North Shore High School, where me and G Reed are at, they got, we're sponsored by Adidas. They got 6 different uniforms. You know what I mean? So more so than anything, it's just the money that's able to be applied to the programs, coaching staffs. Like there's, if you count the middle schools, there's probably 20 to 30 coaches at the high school level.
Wow.
You get what I'm saying? So the biggest difference is just the money that's involved in, and from what I've seen. G Reed, I don't know if you see something different, but that's the biggest thing.
I mean, what I see, is like me. I grew up in Los Angeles, so growing up in Los Angeles, but then coming to Texas, one of the biggest things you learn about when it comes to football is, man, it's like the pick of the litter is much different. It's like when you're going to the club, you're gonna see a lot of ones. You may see 2 10s, but you're gonna see a lot of ones. And so the thing is Arizona is
what club was that?
Huh?
What club was you was at? I went to the clubs. It was more than just 2 10s. I saw 2 10s, 18 9s, some 8s. If it was ones, I was leaving, G Reed. I wasn't gonna be in no club with ones.
That's why you left Arizona. You feel me? That's why you left. I'm just saying that the pick of the litter of the athletes, there's more athletes because of what you gonna say, Coach? What
I
you
ain't
gonna
saying
say?
nothing. I'm listening.
Okay, I'm just checking because I can see your thoughts. I can see your thoughts right here.
I'm listening.
But anyway, like I'm saying, there's more of you can pick more from in Texas than you can from Arizona. So when it comes to football is huge. I didn't realize how big it was. It's like that movie Friday Night Lights. Like it's literally like that. I went from Los Angeles to a small town called Lufkin. Everybody knew who I was. It was like you was getting everything free, and football was like they cut the city off at 5:00. The game was at 7. They treat it like it's a god. Arizona is like that's just a sport, but Texas is like no, it's God.
It was 23 people in Lufkin. It's 23 people in Lufkin. They should know who you were, G Reed. It was
35,000. And how many is Arizona? 2? Martinville? You went to Martinville?
Don't go there. We would have gave it to y'all.
Yeah, y'all have gave us some water. That's about it. Because y'all wasn't gonna handle us.
We gave it to y'all.
Maryville. You done made up a school and made up a name.
So when you say there's more, when you say there's more money involved, is that the school's budget is bigger, or is like more community involvement with donations, or is it kind of a combination of both?
Both.
It is? Okay.
Yeah, it's a combination of both. Because just like when they need stadiums or when they need stuff like that, they offer these bonds, right? They put the bonds on the ballots, and so basically the community pays for those stadiums and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But the state in itself, Texas football, just at the little league, you can go to a little league and see 10,000 people.
Wow!
Oh wow!
At a little league game.
Okay.
I'll give you an example too. Like there's a small school named Carthage in Texas, right? And this small school, it's probably like I don't know how you guys break it down. We got like 6A, 5A, 4A. This school is like a 3A, right? And so with this school being a 3A, they win every year. They don't want this coach to leave. His salary base is $80,000 a year, but the town came together and gave him, after winning the state championship this year, they gave him an $80,000 bonus check. The community alone.
Wow.
Because how big football is, it's like, no, don't leave. We don't care. We want you to stay. That's how big football is when it comes to the community. But then also the state is like, this is what makes our money. So we're gonna keep it going.
That's amazing.
Right.
We definitely don't see that out here.
Well, I mean, I kind of seen it because I went to school in Texas Southern for 2 years. So what they're saying about high school football and small town communities shutting down, traveling, especially when they have to go travel to another little town, it's ridiculous. And like he said, it's God out there. It's It's God and football and everything else. And that's how they believe. And they preach that
Right.
from Little League up. So
Sure.
yeah,
I put it
they
to
take
you
it
this
serious.
way. It's I put it to you this way. It's so much of a business that when everything was shut down because of COVID, we found a way to have a 16-game football season.
Yeah.
Texas
Wow.
found a way to have a 16-game football season and crown, state champions in both 6As, both 5As,
with
and both
fans.
4As, and
With fans.
amazingly, with fans, and amazingly, while NFL was shutting down, while rescheduling some games, and while NBA has to stop some games, amazingly, Texas didn't miss no games.
Wow.
Nice.
None.
That's because they're about that
That's
life.
They
Yeah.
about that bread.
Yeah.
They about that money. They about that money.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, Doc, before you get into your question, and they're in Houston, I just want to ask this question. Fellas, what is your feelings on Deshaun Watson demanding the trade?
I say, hey, leave. You got that bread, got that head, then leave. Peace out. Gonna be honest with you, bro. Like
I said,
you here in Houston and you giving everything you have, and it's like nobody is listening to you. Nobody's listening to you. Like, I think Andre Johnson said it best. He said that in Houston, what they do is they abuse your talent, and then when it's time for you, when they done with you, there's nothing left for you to do. And so Deshaun Watson giving everything he have. He's putting he's a top quarterback on a terrible team.
Yeah.
Like a terrible team. He's a dominant quarterback, and it's not fair that they're not trying to give him pieces to be successful. So if it's me, I'm saying, am I going to waste my career, or should I demand to get out of here so I can get some help? I mean, that's just how I see that. I feel like hey, please get out, leave. My opinion.
Well, yeah, they traded his best piece last season for
Nothing.
Nothing,
Coke
yeah.
machine and
In a couple of quarters.
a couple quarters.
That's it.
So I can see why. I mean, and normally I don't. I think we've entered that era where it's easy for the trades and the players have more control now. Let's just say that, right? And normally I don't necessarily enjoy the get your contract and then demand a trade, but I think in this case, Deshaun is warranted. And if I hear correctly, yesterday J.J. Watt also said get rid of him too.
Yeah.
That's going to be interesting if there's going to be backlash from him saying he wants to trade as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think he deserved it as well too. I mean, I think, after him being there and doing the things that he's done for the city and for the team, I feel like, come on, it's warranted as well. I mean, the only person gonna be mad is Papa John.
Because call me because I'm on this thing. You see what I'm saying?
What is he doing?
He's taking
Ordering food.
Coach Crazy's taking business calls over there.
Yeah,
What's up? I'm back. Somebody was calling me.
Y'all on mute. My bad.
Hey,
Oh man,
there's a lot going on. I'm trying to do a birthday drive-by for my mama. I'm trying to do the podcast with y'all. I got the kids. Like, you know what I'm saying? I told you, we doing it all. But hey,
he's a busy man.
Yeah, Deshaun Johnson, he want to leave. I mean, Deshaun Watson, he want to leave. I agree with him. Look, the days of athletes staying and being around, not where they want to be and not where they want to play, them days is over with. So if anybody want to leave, it's just like a girl. If you got a girl and she want to leave and you trying to keep her, you the fool. You the fool. Let my wife tell me she want to leave. Let her tell me she want to leave.
But
I'm trying to force her to stay.
Hold on. I agree with you. But hold on. So when your hair started to recede, did you hold on to it or did you let it go?
I let mine go.
That's why you got the hat on.
I let it go. And I'm gonna tell you, hey, I let it go. I'm gonna tell you why. Because it was never about my hair. I was fine with hair, and I'm fine without hair. But that's me, G Reed. You might not be so lucky when you lose yours, player.
Hey, let me tell you something. I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm holding on for dear life. I'm holding on for dear life. So I just put the Scully on. You know what I mean? I just hide it. Listen, hey, my head.
Just let it go. Let it go.
No, bro. It is way too.
Just let it go, bro.
I'm gonna say it's way too Caucasian and shiny to just let go like that. It ain't tan enough. You would think in Arizona my head would be a little darker, but it ain't.
Let it go, Doc.
That's why you cut it off and let the sun hit your head and get darker.
Trust me, Doc. Ain't nothing like when they put them acrylic nails and rub them on that head. Oh, maybe that's a whole different show. That's a whole. My bad, dog.
And they scratch them flakes from your scalp.
Yeah, that's a different show. That's a different show.
Ain't no flakes, G Reed. Ain't nobody want no Jerry curl juice all in the nails just because you got that S-curl moisturizer still in your hair.
Oh my goodness.
These juices in berries, baby.
In your putting that process still in your head.
Oh, you got that so glow. Oh, God.
Hey, I'm letting it glow.
Oh, my goodness, man.
Oh, my God.
All right, hey, let's get into it. It's Super Bowl weekend.
Oh.
Who y'all got? The man that's commonly referred to now as the GOAT and his 10th Super Bowl going for ring number 7, or the man that I think is going to challenge him for GOAT status down the road in Mahomes getting his 2nd. Who y'all got, man?
I got my homeboy. I got my homeboy, Mahomes, because he just got too many weapons, bro. That offense is so explosive. The last time they played, I think Tyreek Hill had like 200 yards in the first half. So you got you got Sammy. If I'm not mistaken, Sammy Watkins is coming back to play in the Super Bowl. So I mean, what you gonna do? You need 2 safeties and a corner and your outside linebackers watching Tyreek. So who covering Sammy? Who covering Kelsey? Who covering Horton? Who covering the backs out the backfield? It's just too much.
Okay, I want Patrick Mahomes to win, but it's just something about Brady that I can't just go up against, man. Like it's just something about what he does. He knows how to manage a game. Plus my man Murray don't get it. He don't get it. Defense win championships. He act like Tampa Bay ain't got no defense when Tampa Bay has a defense. They have a defensive line that brings a lot of pressure. You got 3 pretty, I ain't gonna say just pretty good, 3 real good defensive guys who can put a lot of pressure on him. 2 on the outside and 1 dominant force on the inside. And they got a linebacker core that's not just horrible, they're actually pretty good. I see if the game goes to the end, I'm not asking you. I ain't asking you nothing. I'm explaining my side. You didn't gauge your point. You didn't let it all out. That's why you balled. It's gone. That's my turn. I see the Tampa Bay winning, but they gonna win a tight game.
Jesus.
Oh my God. The homeboy. You said your cousin was the best quarterback in the league. Now Patrick Mahomes better than him. Look, I'm picking Tampa Bay, Tom Brady. I can't go past him.
So are you talking to me or not?
Am I what?
He said, "Am I what?"
I ain't talking to you, man. I'm not talking to you. It's King turn. It's King turn. I'm not talking to you right now. Hold your
King frozen.
Hold your Jerry Curl thought,
Hey,
bro.
hold on. Look, let me get my finger right. You.
He said you.
Oh my
Oh
goodness, man.
God.
King, come on, man. What you got, man? Break this thing up.
I'm gonna keep mine short. I don't want to see Tom Brady win because I don't want him having ghost status because he got asterisks by his name anyway. So I'm gonna go with Patrick Mahomes, KC. I'm gonna say Kansas City by 14.
Dang, 14. Golly. 14?
Boy, you.
Did you bump your head this morning? You got concussion, huh?
Hey, were you in the playoffs this year?
Yo,
Was OG in the playoffs this year? See how quiet they got?
Yeah, but hey, you watching the Super Bowl the same place we watching Super Bowl on the couch. So it don't matter.
Y'all was there.
It don't matter.
5 weeks prior.
Just go see that. I'm on this.
No matter when you get there, you're there. Always remember that.
Y'all were there 10 weeks ago, though.
You still sitting right next to it.
You're going to make the playoffs for the first time in 35 years to talk all that smack.
He a Browns fan?
He a Browns fan.
Yeah.
That's why I ain't got no hair. Come on.
I'm just gonna keep it simple. I want to go with KC, but something tells me the Bucks learned their lesson that first game. Like you said, Tyreek had a whole bunch of yards in the first quarter, but they still barely won by a field goal. Give me the Bucks by 3.
Okay.
Hello.
Jay Maya.
Hi.
Maya.
What's up? Big Daddy Gossip.
He had his football banquet.
Oh, okay.
What you got, OG?
Man, I don't even know where to go from here because this is starting to get crazy. You know what? I want to get their thoughts on the Brooklyn Nets for a second. Okay. What do you guys think about the Brooklyn Nets? Are they a threat to get out of the East? Can they get out of the East, and are they a threat to win the championship?
Come on. To me, they're definitely a threat because the offensive power is undeniable. So, of course, they're a threat, but I just don't see it. Kyrie is weird as hell. He already took a sabbatical and left for no damn reason and came back. We still don't know where the hell he was at. Harden, he fat. He like the turkey leg hut more than he like winning. It's just he been in Houston. We know this. When he get to the playoff, he is a great, phenomenal regular season player. But when he gets to the playoffs, he gonna come up short. And KD, he trying to lead, and he ain't no leader. So to me, I talent wise, they definitely could come out the West. I mean, out the East. But I just don't see it. They're gonna have to show me for me to believe it.
All right.
I'm gonna say that they are a threat, because I believe they are a threat. When you got 3 top players like that on one team, you are a threat. Now the chemistry, I don't know how it's gonna work. Like he said, Kyrie is weird, right? So Kyrie, he gonna have to get it together. You got Kyrie, you got James, 2 people who need the ball in their hands. So when it come down to a tough time like last night when they played Toronto, they didn't win. When you got 3 players like that, you should be winning all the time. It ain't no excuses of you taking no type of loss. So I believe that yes, they are a threat to get to the finals. I don't know if they can finish it. I mean, unless Kyrie come with the sage again, he come with that sage, will break the stadium down and try to scare people. Then he got some help. But other than that, I don't think they're a threat to win a championship. But I think they are a major threat in the East because of what they have. Now, if the chemistry could work together, and we're talking about something different. But until then, I don't think it's that huge of a deal when it comes to championship.
Yeah, I actually agree with that 100%. Exactly how you put it, actually. I think they're a threat to the East, but I don't think they're a threat to the Lakers or any of those strong teams in the West.
Yeah. Oh, I really wasn't worried about them with the Lakers. They don't stand a chance.
No.
We got to play defense, and they don't play defense. So
That's just
the least
it,
of my
man.
worries.
Well, you got the thing about it is you've got Steve Nash as the head coach. He wasn't exactly known for his defense. You got Mike D'Antoni as the assistant coach. He wasn't exactly known as a defensive-minded coach. You got James Harden, who isn't exactly known for his defense. You got Kyrie, who ain't exactly known for showing up on time. And you got KD, who, again, isn't really, defense isn't where he hangs his hat. You know what I mean? So they're going to put up points, but you got to be able to stop the other team from putting up points as well. And let me ask you this: who on that team is fixing to guard LeBron or Anthony Davis? Nobody. Nobody's going to take them. Nobody wants that punishment in a 7-game series.
I don't think it's just that though. I mean, I think with the Lakers the role players that they have, like that's the biggest thing. I was so excited when they got Harold. As much as he as in his mouth, I was excited that we got him because the hustle that he brings. Right? So then you got the hustle. Then you got what's his initial? THT?
Yes.
He comes in the game and he does his thing. He plays. He's a great role player, right? And so the role players for the Lakers is what defeats every other team when they play, because if those guys come in, we already know what LeBron and AD can do. Like, we already know that.
Right.
When those guys come in, they do what they do. Like last year, we had an issue with the role players we had, but now the role players we got, they come in and they do their job. Ain't nobody worried about what everybody else. They do their job. And that's so great. I don't see that. I don't see that in Brooklyn.
Yeah, Schroeder is big time.
And don't forget Schroeder.
Yep.
Schroeder's big time. It takes LeBron off the ball. And not only does it take him off the ball, but
I couldn't say his name, so I ain't want to pronounce it wrong. You know what I'm saying? We got a doctor in here. We got an OG and a king. I don't want to make you feel like a peasant. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my goodness!
But he the truth too.
I got a quick question. Do you guys now consider Russell Westbrook a journeyman in the league now?
Do you consider him as what?
I don't consider him a journeyman, but I don't consider him a journeyman because the only other team he's been to was Houston. Of course, we kind of figured that wasn't going to work out, so he wanted out. So now if he leaves Washington in the next couple of years, then he becomes a journeyman. But I wouldn't call him a journeyman at this point.
No, I wouldn't necessarily call him a journeyman either. I mean, I feel like he's trying to find his spot with a team, but I don't feel like it would happen. So he might end up being a journeyman because the simple fact of nothing is actually fitting him. He wants it how he wants it, and you can't go to a team and try to push everybody off the team and get what you want. You should have stayed in OKC if you want to do that. So I think at the end of his career, he will be a journeyman because he'll be going team to team to team to team, and he won't fit each team that he's on. So I believe he was at the end of his career.
Well, and when does that get defined for you all, or just in general? Is it your 5th team? Is it your 4th? Is it your 6th? You know what I mean? What do you think on that?
When you got about 5 jerseys, you collect.
Yeah, you're now a collector.
You collecting. Like you could have went on NBA.com and custom made them other jerseys you want to, but you want to go to every other organization and see their locker room so cool. Like you collecting.
Yeah. Okay.
He wanted to hang out in their clubhouse.
Trying to see every locker room.
Oh,
for real.
Man. Since Coach Crazy is gone, G Reed, can you tell us what do you guys really talk about on your podcast?
So our podcast is about sports, but the main gist of our podcast is we were both athletes. We were both college athletes, right? And we were both dominant within our areas of the play. And it's about expressing who we are, but also talking about, the sport. So there's things that most athletes don't talk about outside the locker room. When you sitting down in the locker room, it's things that you talk about. And we want to be able to express those. 'Cause a lot of times people don't believe that athletes are random people, right? So when you're looking at an athlete, maybe like, why did this person make this decision? That person is just like you. They just have more status than you because they've been put on a different platform due to what they do. And so we just want to be able to talk about sports, but then also be able to give the opinion of an athlete from the locker room perspective. And that's just what we do on our podcast, is give our perspective of all different sports, but our view from the locker room standpoint.
Okay. So say you were still on the team, would they get on you for looking like you just got up a bad boy video and that jacket you got on?
You said, would they get on me?
Yeah, when they talk about you, about that jacket you got on, looking like you got a puffy video.
They might, but they might be slid too. They might be slid too, but they might slid. I ain't gonna trip though. I ain't gonna trip.
Oh man.
Well, I got a question about your podcast. How long, how did it come together, and how long y'all been doing it? What really motivated y'all to get it going?
Man, look, so it just came together just out of nowhere. Literally, me and Murray been working together probably for like a year, and so it was just he messaged me and was like, "Hey man, what you think about this?" He kept telling me like some ideas that he had of like sports wise. He was like, "Hey man, what you think about a podcast?" I'm like, "You really want to do one?" He was like, "Yeah, like I'm gonna do da." And then boom, we just put it together.
Yeah,
we just started.
Well, that's always
and just having a talk. That was it.
Yeah, it's always interesting to me because I don't know if you know the history here, but I was actually a guest on the show on this podcast. I believe the second guest that came on, like the first fan guest, but the second overall guest, and that came from I used to coach with King. And got invited, and then like now here we are almost a year later, so just still rocking it and still doing it, and it's always interesting to me because we do these things because we love to do it, and like for you and Coach Crazy, you're like you have a totally different perspective because you're bringing to the viewer that locker room perspective or at least that experience from inside, and it's always interesting for me to like know how it all came about. So thank you for sharing that.
Oh, for sure. That's like just what happened. And then when it came, like when I first met him, it was kind of like just a natural thing. I met him off laughing at somebody. I remember the moment when we was all sitting in this teachers meeting because we do behavior. We're behavior specialists, right? And so as we sit in this meeting, it was this woman that was on my team, and she was, I ain't got nothing against no other ethnicity, but she was Oriental. Mm-hmm. And so we working on a project. He got his group, I got my group. And the Oriental lady got up to start to speak, and she sounded like she was somebody that did your nails. She was like, and Mary starts falling out laughing. I'm like, bro, you a grown man laughing at this woman. And so he laughing and I'm laughing. So then at the end, I look at him and I say, bro, and he looked at me, he's like, oh, bro, come on, bro. And ever since then, we just connected. We just been boys. Like it's just been, like it's literally how we just connected. I was sent to a position to work with him with a few kids, and we just connected even more. It like grew, and so from there, he gave me a call in the summer, and then boom, we just thought about putting it together. We put it together, and that's just how. So I mean, it's crazy, but things work together the way they work together. Just like how y'all work together, the same way how it was. So I mean, it's a blessing. We're grateful.
Yeah, no doubt.
And you can tell the chemistry is organic. So that's another thing that makes it great.
Yeah,
you guys
100%.
You guys are off the chain, bro.
All right, I got a question, Coach Crazy. If y'all was to run a 100-meter dash right now, who would win?
Me now, me today, me yesterday, last week, last year, 10 years ago, and 10 years from now.
Look, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt he gonna win. I'm gonna give him that. Only because they say when you got less hair, the wind gonna catch you a little bit. It's gonna go whoop past him, so he good. That's only how he gonna win.
I thought he was gonna give an answer like I said that one time when I said, no, you ain't gonna win because I'm gonna cheat immediately off the rip. I'm gonna attack all your legs or something.
He a little bit older than me too. So as he try to pick up full speed, he gonna pull some. I'm just gonna go ahead and jog it through.
Yes.
I ain't that damn old, G. Reed. I ain't that damn old.
You say you ain't that old, but your legs is 42 and dog years.
Dang. Well, hold on. Does he got at least a decade on you? Hold up, he's got a decade on you?
Wait a minute.
I don't think a decade.
Because I know I like to remind King he got a decade on me.
Disrespectful.
Yeah, I got G. Reed.
You got a decade?
He got a decade on me.
You sure?
Yeah, for sure. You ain't 30. What you like 29, ain't you?
I'm 30.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
I'm a decade and a half above you, bro.
Oh, for sure. I'm winning for sure then. I'm winning.
And you still ain't winning.
I'm winning.
You still ain't winning.
Well, your transmission bad. What?
And you still ain't winning.
You a 72 deuce in a quarter. Come on. I'm an SS.
You a new Festiva. You know them Festivas?
First of all, I'm running. Listen.
Oh my God.
Festiva ain't never been. They don't even make y'all no more. You knew N.O. G. Reed. They don't even make y'all no more.
Listen, look, hey, hold on. Since I know how old he is, look, I'm gonna tell you how I know I'm gonna win the race. He gonna have on some K-Swiss and some sweats. I'm gonna I'm winning.
I'm still gonna win.
He can't keep up.
He can't run it.
He got his socks pulled up to the brim. We got one pants leg raised up. Come on, LL, I'm dusting you.
He called him LL. Oh my God.
Oh my goodness, man.
Oh God. Oh my goodness.
Pull us out of this, OG. What we got next, man?
I have no idea where to go. This is kind of fun. I ain't gonna lie. All right, John.
Yo,
go ahead and
you ready?
Trivia, my brother.
All right, hey.
Go ahead.
The new section to the podcast. We got Doc's Trivia Corner. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask everybody a question. I don't want y'all gentlemen to answer. All right. We're gonna give the listeners a week to respond on all our social media platforms. The response they think is accurate. So I'm gonna ask y'all, why did the great Michael Jordan miss 64 games in the 1985-86 season? I'm going to say it again. Why did Michael Jordan end up missing over half the season, 64 games, in the 1985-86 season? Y'all feel free to answer on all of our social media platforms, and watch for the next show, and we'll get you the answer, and we'll get a new question in Doc's Trivia Corner. Y'all think you know it though? Without giving an answer, y'all think you know it?
I know.
All right. Y'all have to give me a message. Do a group message there on text or whatever. We'll run through that.
He went to go get his feet done. The lady messed up his toenail, so he set out for the season.
A toenail.
He was trying to grow his hair out.
Go hate on that man pedicure, man.
He was trying to grow his hair that year, so he didn't play.
That's when he went to. That's when he went to shaved head, Mike. That's when he went to shaved head, Mike.
He tried to see how was next.
All right, King.
All right, hey, King, take us off topic, brother.
Okay. I know Coach Crazy's answer what his is going to be because he talks about this almost every day. We're going to start it off with there's a two-part question. The first question is, who's better, Kobe or LeBron? That's the first question. Second question will be, which Kobe was better, number 8 or number 24?
You need a minute to think about it?
Nah, I know my answer. I'm gonna let G Reed though, because G Reed,
Well,
you know, he.
No, don't ask me that. He asked you.
Oh, he asked me.
Yes.
Of course.
Look, hold on, look. You down there now?
Oh my God, man.
Who answered the question?
So
You go ahead, Coach Crazy.
Okay, of course, I think LeBron is a better player than Kobe. Even though I think Kobe is a beast, Kobe was good. Nothing bad to say about Kobe. I just think LeBron is better, and I like number 8. I number 8 Kobe more than 24.
Okay, G Reed, your turn.
All right, G Reed.
I'm a go with Kobe. I believe Kobe is better than LeBron, but like I said, like everybody got their own opinion. Why I believe that is, it's like you just take Kobe away from all the accomplishments that he did, and you just put him over. Which is everybody's gonna have somebody that topped them. There was somebody before Jordan, then there was Jordan, and there's gonna be somebody in the middle, and of course LeBron, he could take that spot. I mean, you doing your thing. I get it. Now when you look at the number 8 or 24, man, that's a tough one because Kobe, my guy. But I'm gonna go with the number 24. The number 24 came with a different mindset, right? And then when he came, he didn't have Shaq, so he came. He had something to prove, and he came out and he did his thing with it. So I said 24 was better than 8 to me.
Okay.
All right. Well, only one half of this podcast will be able to come back on if we ever do anything else. We know which half will be back. Jay Reed, congratulations. You have an open invitation to come back.
You made
Coach
it.
Crazy, I'm sorry. That was the wrong answer. You just didn't make it. Dun, 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 dun.
That's why we switched them. That's why.
Good.
Man, nah, you know, hey, y'all come back anytime y'all want.
It's all love, man.
Hey, I got one more question. I got one more question now.
Oh, of course you do.
I know you're. I know you're a big time boxing fan. Who do you want to see fight Crawford next?
The only fight that I really even want to see is Crawford and Spence. I mean, I think that's a great fight, just because of their styles. But I do think Crawford is the best welterweight out there. Now, I wouldn't mind seeing this Crawford and Pac-Man fight, just because after this fight, I think people gonna really see how, because he gonna beat the hell up of Pac-Man. He gonna knock Pac-Man smooth out. I really truly believe that. But the person that I want to see him fight is Spence. But I know it's a business, and I know, you know what I mean. I know it's how boxing works. So I doubt if we see that maybe in the next 2 fights. I think if Crawford fights Pac-Man though, does what he's supposed to do, the only fight anybody would call for next is the Earl Spence. So I think if he gets that Pac-Man fight, we'll get that Spence fight. But if he doesn't, then I mean, I don't know.
Okay.
What about you, G Reed?
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I don't even be watching boxing like that. I mean,
It's because you ain't got no hands.
first of all, I don't have no strategy technique hand. Ain't no rules in fight when I fight. I may pick up a mailbox or something. My mom always told me, if you losing, you better win. I may go take a bump off the car. Where you at? I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
You'll be real with
Jesus.
Well, I tell you what, that's one way to close out the show. All right. So
boy, that's it right there.
first of all, we want to thank Mickey, aka Coach Crazy, and Germard, aka G Reed 61. You see it on the screen. That's what's up. They are from More Than Athletes podcast. So please, everybody that watches us, go check them out too, man. You can see how it was live here. It's live there too, you know. And all their contact information will be in the show description. We want to, as usual, thank you all for subscribing, for supporting 4G Sports. This episode, as usual, is brought to you by Daphne Cozy of My Cozy Creations. Thank you, Daphne, for partnering with us. You know, you can get all your gear. We'll have her in the show description as well. And as a reminder, we're excited, y'all. We're excited. Tomorrow, 4G. Well, tomorrow it'll be the 7th, February 7th. 4G Sports launching our very own website, www.4gsports.com. You can go in there. You can see everything about us. You can get the bios. You can go get the gear. Go get you a face mask to protect you from this virus. And get your shirts. And, you know, just keep spreading the love with us, man. We appreciate the support. We love y'all. You know what I say. I'm going to go ahead and steal OG's thunder a little bit because I want y'all to hit that bell.
Well, let's go ahead and, you know, next week is episode 40, which will be our one-on-one episode with Dr. Pitts, all right? But, like always, go check out our website. Go check out all our shows. Go check us out on all media platforms. You know you can leave comments anywhere, 4G Sports with the Z, on all our platforms. And once again, we got to thank Daphne Creations and Cozy Creations for her help. And like he said, the show, the More Than Athlete podcast, description will be in the bottom. And we will have more on Steven's story. There's a lot that you need to check out on that, all right?
Yeah.
My brother needed a kidney. And hold on. I'm going to just ask the producer. Let me ask now. Can I say something now?
Yes.
All right. I got the okay. After that episode, and along with them putting out their videos, he received over 100 and something inquiries. He's on a couple of lists. People are trying to get tested to see if they're matched, and they're also doing a GoFundMe for him, and they've raised quite a bit of money. So it looks like with that, the help in Dallas, our help, it looks like things are going to be all right for my brother. So I just want to thank everyone that saw the episode, you donated, you got checked out, you did whatever. We appreciate you from the 4G family's aspect, and I appreciate you because that is my best friend and my brother. So from the bottom of my heart, I thank you. Let's go in a shout out, Scott.
Hey, you know, actually, I want to go ahead and shout out the family, man. And the reason is my wife and kids. You know, we do this podcast because we enjoy doing this with each other. But I think on the backside, people, what they don't see is it takes away from that time with family. So I appreciate them from always allowing me this time and you know, the ability to be with my brothers and talk sports like we like to, or just get crazy on here like we do. And shout out to these two gentlemen here because, you know, they got lives going on too, and we appreciate you taking time away to be with us because, you know, you have your own podcast too going on too. So, man, love out to y'all too.
Coach Crazy.
What you got, Coach Crazy?
Hey man, first I just want to shout out to y'all for, you know, having us on. You know what I mean? I really appreciate it anytime we can get a chance to, you know, plug the podcast, but more than that, just having, you know, fellowshipping with you guys and just, you know what I'm saying, getting on talking sports, something that we all love. So shout out to y'all, and then shout out to my boy G Reed. You know, we play a lot, joke a lot, and I don't say it a lot, but I appreciate you, bro. Because y'all know, just as men, especially as grown men, there's a lot of egos and people, you know, have agendas and all of that. And I don't even really know G Reed. We ain't really even known each other that long, but we ain't never had no ego. He always let me be me, you know what I mean? And I just appreciate him for that, you know what I mean? Because I've tried this before with some other people, and it just didn't work out. So, G Reed, shout out to you, bro. Love you, bro. Appreciate you. And then appreciate y'all for having us on.
Yes, sir. T. Reed.
Okay. Man, shout out, man. I want to say shout out to y'all, man, giving us a platform to be able to come on and just, be able to share our minds, be able to share our thoughts. So I appreciate y'all for this opportunity. Also, man, like Coach Crazy said, man, I may not say it a lot, but I appreciate you for the opportunity. Just being able to connect and bring something together. I mean, there's a lot of times that people have ideas and they don't know how to bring it together to make it to one. To make something happen. So I appreciate him for even, coming to me with an idea and even placing it forward to move it forward in the direction of the way it is. And I even appreciate him for, connecting us. He told me about this and I was like, man, you know what? I'm gonna be probably driving or something, but if you down, I'm down. Let's get it. So I thank him for the opportunity to be able to connect with y'all, but then also the opportunity to be able to connect with him and grow. So I thank every single one of y'all.
Man, appreciate that.
Sure.
My turn?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
Shut up. I want to give a shout out to both my brothers, man. All my brothers on the show today, man. It was very enjoyable, very, very fun, man. You guys gotta keep doing your thing. But I want to give a shout out to my son Jeremiah. He just told me that he got Defensive Player of the Year for his high school football team. I'm really proud of that young man. And he's also holding a 3.91 GPA right now, so I'm excited for him. The NAU coach is really, really hounding him. I think that's going to be the direction that he goes into. Just proud of that young man, the compliment. And shout out to my daughter. She turned 19 yesterday. Right. That's why I ain't got no hair, G Reed. That's one of the reasons why I ain't got no hair. It's my daughter, bro. It's my daughter, bro. And shout out to you guys, your podcast, man. I watch you guys. You guys are too funny, bro. Y'all keep doing what y'all doing. Keep giving the people what they want and what they ask for, man. I'm gonna keep on being a fan of y'all.
Sure, appreciate you.
I mean, versa, bro.
And I just want to say, first of all, thank you guys for coming on. This was a blast. I ain't gonna lie. This was. It felt like I did 2,000 sit-ups in the matter of the time we've been doing this show.
You can't do two.
Boy, you can't get your head off the ground. Let's not go there.
Yes,
no, but I just want to thank my brothers, thank the Sportz Mom, the fam, and everyone that's been watching. Check out this podcast. Like we said, it will all the description link and everything will be in the bottom of the show. But thank you for watching. Go ahead, Doc.
You know what? And this is messed up, man. This is a messed up dad moment. But when this damn thing airs, if I don't say happy 16th birthday to my man Scotty, he gonna be on my head. So happy birthday, big 16 for you, Scotty, man. He's gonna be a junior. He's out there working with the varsity coaches already. So he's got big things coming, this next year.
Yes, sir. All right, and since everybody giving birthday shout outs to my son, Vash, aka Malik. So happy 26th birthday, young man. And boy, time is just. That's why I have no hair and all
time
this
is fleeting, man. Time is fleeting.
Boy.
Oh, and
you know how we do it.
Also.
Yeah.
Oh my, see, 17, 19, 16, and 26. That's why you got no hair. That's why I'm about to go drink. People, 4Gs. We out, y'all.